Good morning, Greenfield family. Welcome to another edition of G Talk. My name is Thomas Maybanks, and I'm joined here today by a very special guest, Miss Wu Hong Han. She is the Head of Recruitment and Institutional Partnerships at BUV. Good morning, Miss Han.
Good morning.
Today, we're going to be discussing some of the ins and outs of the recruitment process and basically life as a first-year student at BUV. To get us started, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Sure, Thomas. Hi everyone, my name is Wu Hong Han and I'm Head of Student Recruitment and Institutional Partnerships at BUV. I've been working at BUV for more than 6 years now. It's been a long time and I have a chance to talk and met with a lot of students, especially great talent students from Greenfield.
Great. So tell us, what separates BUV from the other universities in and around Hanoi and Vietnam in general?
Well, I have to say that BUV is the first and now still the only international university here in Vietnam offering UK undergraduate degrees. Mm-hmm. So you may see that there is a lot of university or collaborative program here in Vietnam offering UK degrees. But if you are looking for an authentic international environment for the student to get the UK qualification, so that must be BUV.
Okay,
yeah.
Interesting. All right, so can you tell us what our students can expect from their first year experience at BUV should they choose to enroll?
Okay, so the student who study at BUV first, they can enjoy our state-of-the-art campus right here in Eco Park. And within our campus, the students have the chance to experience modern technologies as well as the facilities that we are offering them right there. There are many more about the student experience that they can have within their first year. For example, they have the chance to participate in many student clubs. So we have now around 17 clubs running by students, owned by the student and running by the students. And they have a chance to participate in a lot of extracurricular activities. And also we have a special department for the student to come to consult for any difficulties or issues they might have during their studying, whether it's concern their academic issues or mental psychology issue or something like that. Talking about the extracurricular activities, our students have the chance to take free classes on language courses like Korean, Chinese, French. If they're interested in building their skill, they can join the Microsoft Office professional classes. They can join classes in graphic design. Or if they're interested in having their professional certificate, they can join the CFAB certificate for finance, accounting and business of ICAEW. And later on, they can graduate with that very first professional certificate, which is very helpful if they are interested in doing their professional job in accounting and finance. And we also have a lot of chance for students to participate in business skill and competitions. For example, the students are encouraged to build their own contests and competitions like the Z Marketers, where the BUV students themselves and also they call for participants from many students of both university and high school. So in short, first year students will be offered free extracurricular classes to equip themselves with competitive advantage later on if they want to join the labor market. And also, Thomas, you know, one more interesting thing about students at BUV when they at first year is that they can join our internship program. So that's very different because not many university offer, if I say that not only BUV, we offer the first year internship for our students within the network of 400 corporate partners that we have built up.
Wow.
Yes. So during their 3 or 4 years studying at BUV, they can have more than 1 year accumulated experience for internship. That will be a very great competitive advantage for them later on the labor market.
That's great. Wow. I mean, having been to BUV campus myself, I mean, I can vouch for how amazing it is and how technologically advanced it looks. But it's really fascinating to hear your approach to this kind of very practical, business-orientated degree, where usually, in my experience at least, academic institutions tend to focus on the purely theory. But it seems like you guys really have a complete package. Yeah, it sounds great. All right. Would you mind sharing some information about the application process for BUV?
Okay. The application process is very clear. You can find the information on our website. The student will be guided through a few steps to apply. First, they need to know what program they would like to apply to among our 11 existing programs under 4 schools at BUV. So whether you want to do School of Business, School of Creative Industries, School of Tourism and Hospitality, or School of Information and Technology, you have to decide it before you make your application. And then you fill in the application form online. Make sure that you provide the papers required in our checklist. And then when you click submit, it will go to our admission advisor. And then you will be contacted by our admission advisor to give you further instruction whether you should hand in your paperwork or whether you should add it later on.
Okay, all right. So would you say it's quite a streamlined, easy?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay, great. Moving away from the kind of traditional filling in application forms manually?
No, you know, it's 4-0, we call 4-0 IR, right? So the student now have to change their mindset of doing things with papers. They can go and find information online, and they can do the application online, very easy. Okay,
sounds great. So other than good marks, I mean, obviously we all know what school ultimately ends up being about, getting those marks on the reports, and of course it's very important. But other than that intrinsic need for high scores, what is BUV looking for in its first year applicants?
Yeah, I think for international education is much different with Vietnamese traditional way. We are not only looking for students who are good at academic. We're looking for a well-rounded student who have the potential to grow and to contribute to not only BUV or education, but the society in general. So in order to do that, the students need to equip themselves with a lot of practical skills and also have different mindset. They should be someone who have good critical thinking, tend to attend a lot of activities when they are at school, and it would be better if they can demonstrate their potential by achieving some certificate or achievements. For example, if the student enjoy some volunteer activity at school, and their activity result in good deed, that obviously will be a good advantage for them during their application. So the thing is that, especially when the student is looking for a chance of scholarship, so that's why we're looking at the skill, their potential to grow, the leadership and management potential, and skills that they might have obtained during their high school.
Okay, very good. And is this kind of information easily and readily available on your website, so a student can kind of see, this is the package I should offer?
Yes, all the information is stated on our website and also available if the student need to be personally advised by our advisor, because they can contact our hotline anytime, and our counselor will help them with that. Especially if your student, I know that between BUV and Greenfield we have the MOU, and we also offer the MOU scholarship, and the student looking at, or they are aiming at the scholarship, that the criteria they should be bear in mind in order to prepare themselves and their application for the scholarship.
All right, cool. Okay, so this next question is one that's kind of close to my heart as a high school teacher, as somebody who's constantly looking to innovate the process of education and target what our students need going forward. I mean, we all understand we're living in a strange time. Nobody can really predict what's going to happen in 5 to 10 years. We don't even know what jobs will exist. What do you, as a recruitment leader, really see our students, not just Greenfield, but students in general, what skill or attribute are they missing that you would prefer to see in applicants?
Well, you know, Thomas, I've been working for 20 years now, and among that, 10 years I work at manager, and I have chance to recruit a lot of employees, and I see that you know, Vietnamese people and students actually lack a lot of soft skill in order to be highly appreciated by the employer. And also, when I have a chance to look at thousands of applications of the student to BUV, especially for the scholarship, I see that there are many rooms that they can improve. So the first thing I see that can be improved is their manner to the application or the board of charge of the scholarship or the school or the university that they apply to. For example, when they make the application for a scholarship value at 700, 800 million Vietnamese đồng, which is quite high value, they need to show their appreciation in the application. It's not just like you stick several papers and then you submit it. It's like you are asking for an investment on education, and you should show the investor how you appreciate the chance. So instead of just sticking a few papers together, you can display it in the way that they when they see your application, they can feel that, wow, they really know how good the chance is for them. So that's the first thing. The second thing I observe is that sometimes after the scanning application, we will have the shortlist and then we call them for interview. But after the interview, very few students know how to show their appreciation to the interview board. Some say it after the interview, and very few send a thank you note to the interview panel after they finished. I know that it's not like a normal practice here in Vietnam, but I think that's something our students can learn to really impress
the recruitment.
Yes. So that's something our student can do, I believe, to make the impression with us.
Sure.
Better.
And
also have them to whether or not they are receiving the scholarship, or later on in their career, the jobs, they will still have the good impression with that one. I myself still have a very good impression with few students I interview, even though they they are now BUV student or not.
Yeah.
Because who knows, we still have the chance to meet each other again later on.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Life is all about connections and
Yes.
how you interact with people. So I got to say I agree with you 100% on that one. It's really so important to be able to not only possess the skills
Yes.
of a job, but to be able to present those skills
Yes.
and let the world see you for who you are.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. So really, that's the main part of this really done. Is there any important dates or procedures that you'd like to let our families know about now with our last few moments?
Yes, I think for Greenfield students, there is one important date that they need to pay attention to. Is the deadline of the scholarship application for the MOU scholarship between BUV and Greenfield. And besides that, we still have other scholarship and the deadline of other scholarship at BUV, including the Ambassador Scholarship, President Scholarship, and Dean Scholarship, will be the 25th of May. Yes, so that will be the dates that students should pay their attention to. And for the normal admissions, for this year we will have two pathway program start date on July and August. So that will be very much depend on whether the student want to join the July or the August. If they want to join on July, they need to complete everything on the checklist, the papers on the checklist by June.
Okay.
Yeah, and same for the August. If they want to join August, they need to complete their paper by July.
Okay.
Yes, so that's some dates that the students need to pay attention to.
And everything else can be found online?
Yes, we have everything listed online, and we also share the information with our point of contacts at school at Greenfield. So if they need anything, they just can acquire the information from there.
All right, I think that's all. Thank you very much, Ms. Hung. It was lovely to get to meet you. Thank you so much for your information. Yeah, guys, that's it. All the information you need about the first year experience and how to get involved with BUV. Thank you very much for viewing our G Talk this week, and I hope you all have a fantastic and productive week to come. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.